Welcome to the Landau circuit and the new BMW M2. When you put the word circuit in the same sentence as an M, you know it's going to be a great day ahead of us. This is the latest upgraded 2025 version of the new second generation G87 BMW M2, which was introduced in 2023. And it's brought all sorts of minor upgrades to bring it in line with the lower half of the BMW generation, whatever all that means. But the bad news is they brought a flat bottom steering wheel to a BMW. How could you do this to me, BMW? I've been twirling those lovely round wheels for years with my BMW passenger rides around Thruxton, where I've had a succession of M3s, M4s, and now after BMW decided to move their budgets elsewhere, they previously owned M2. Not this latest generation, but the previous F87 model. And over those years, I've done a total of 8,000 of those 3-lap rides. So I've done an awful lot of wheel twirling. So the question is, should I have got this latest upgraded version, or will I find actually that I enjoy the old M2 more than the new M2? Well, it's time to find out. Okay, this new model has an extra 75 horsepower and gets to 62.3 seconds faster. But then that extra performance isn't necessarily what means it will be more fun to drive around a track. And in fact, the extra 50 kilograms of weight that it has might be more important. And of course, like all cars nowadays, the next model has to be bigger. I don't know why. And this new model is in fact 4 inches longer, with 2 of those inches in the wheelbase. And that might also affect fun on the track. One of the big differences with this new M2 is the automatic gearbox. An 8-speed version is actually an automatic gearbox, whereas my M2 has got a good old-fashioned 7-speed MDCT robotized manual. One of the things when I was testing the new M5 that has got the same ZF automatic gearbox is that it's almost too good for its own good. Because when I was changing down for corners, it's so smooth that I couldn't feel that deceleration when you change down. So I kept having to look down to check it was in the gear I wanted for the corner ahead of me. Whereas with the DCT, you feel the deceleration when you go down through the gears. So I was actually really looking forward to seeing how different that was on the M2s. But we've got something even better here, because we've got a manual 6-speed. This is just so good. The styling of this new M2 has, of course, as always with BMW, been a tad controversial. But I think it looks really aggressive now. And I love this fire red. It's an optional extra, costs you a bit more money, but I think it looks fantastic. It's those big square boxes on the front that I'm not quite so sure about, because it's not quite as pretty as the outgoing first generation. But then, as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And it tends to be, I always think, that BMW styling, they always seem to upset people, but then they seem to age very well indeed. Of course, there are plenty of upgrades in the suspension department with adaptive dampers and stiffer anti-roll bars and braces here and there, etc, etc, etc. And of course, as every journalist seems to love to say, it's got the perfect weight distribution of 50-50. It's not actually ideal for handling. Go and check out a Formula 1 car's weight distribution. But it is a great weight distribution for having fun. But before we go any further, I'm just going to pop in to let Mike clean my wheels. I mean, they need to look as sparkling as possible for their big day out.
I didn't clean them, I protected them because I knew how much of a hammering they were going to get. If you've ever driven in the UK, especially in winter, your wheels probably look like this. But this is the solution, the G-Technic wheel coating kit. No more guessing what products to use, no more mismatched kits. This is your wheel care cheat code. Salt, grime, brake dust, rain, your alloys are literally under attack from day one. C5 wheel armour forms a chemical bond with your alloy surface, meaning it doesn't just sit on top. It becomes part of the wheel, creating a slick, durable shield that resists dirt, brake dust and road salt. If you are an avid detailer, a daily commuter, or just someone that really likes their alloys, this kit saves you time, effort and money. So if you want a G-Technic wheel coating kit, head to gtechnic.co.uk or the link in the description below and coat like a pro.
Before we start to really play with all those settings, we'll just do a couple of laps with it in default settings, as it would be as soon as you jump in and turn it on and drive it without going for any option modes. I always think that's something that's missed out. Just see how good the car is before you go and play. Look, I almost feel like I'm sliding, but I'm not. The car's stopping it without me knowing it stops it. So I'm really quite surprised how frisky it does feel, despite full throttle, but I'm doubting it's letting me have full throttle. Turn, get to my apex. Now I'm full throttle. I didn't lift the throttle, I can tell. It just took some throttle away from me at the right moment. So I actually think I'm driving right on that limit. I'm the boy, I'm the man, but it's the car that's keeping me out of trouble. It's a pleasure to be back at land now. They always welcome us with open arms. It's a short circuit, but it's got all sorts of different challenges. One other thing we've now got with these manual BMWs is the auto blip, which does all the heel and towing for me. Impressive though this is, with everything switched on, I want to switch things off. So, it's time to press the magic button. And I always love the way BMW introduced these M buttons, so you can preset all your favourite choices, press once, press again to confirm, and boom, it's all kicking off. So now, I've got my Sport Plus maximum up. I've got the traction off, I've got the Sport Plus maximum up, I've got the comfort steering. I always keep that actually as comfort. I don't go for the heavier steering feel. I think they think it makes it feel stronger. I have it back to comfort. Not wear my arms out. You see, I want to be more in control. And now I control the throttle and I can get the back turned out now. And now you see is why I need to start doing wheel twirling, because I need more than just a bit of lock, and I need it turns it much more sharply now. You can feel the front end getting into the apex, ready for me to apply the power. And once I get too much power, I can get the back out drifting. Of course, I've got the £10,000 track pack, because it's a press car, which gives me these very fancy, hip-hugging racing seats, which do have this rather controversial sort of carbon fibre lump between your legs, which upset Mr. Harris quite a lot. Every time I change down a gear, it's digging into the underside of my leg, and that's a little bit annoying. In the way. Oh, bursted now. It's so tight. There, get the back. Oh, too much. And then it's going to flick the other way. And then it's got the other way. And then it's going to get the other way. And then, oh, now I'm just playing with the throttle and making some smoke. How can you tire of driving a car like this on a track with no limits? Here these bumps, look, curb, and it just soaks it. With that. This is just so good. Right, let's try and get this little complex. I've got to try a second. Hit the throttle. Got a bit wide. I've got that. That's good. Flip the other way. Got that. Good. Flip the other way. Got that. Good. And then we got the exit. We got it. Up to third. Try this high speed. Got deep left, right. Get the back out. Then hold it with the throttle. Hold it. Again, I'm right on that horrible flat steering wheel, right in the middle of a drift. I can't compare this to my F87. It's a BMW M2, and it doesn't disappoint. Life doesn't get better. Life doesn't get better.